Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith, and today we're going to do another dish that takes a long time to cook. It's also a dish that's wonderful in cooler weather, although a lot of people like it in the summertime to go with their barbecue or their picnics, but it's good any time of year, to be honest. We're making baked beans. So we got some soaked navy beans. One thing that's impossible to find lately is salt pork. So I have pork belly, which isn't salted, but will have the right amount of fat on it, hopefully. So we can use that and maybe just a little extra salt. If I decide there isn't enough fat on the pork belly, I do have some pork fat in the freezer that I can cut up and add. So the next main ingredients: Worcestershire sauce, molasses, and try not to get the blackstrap molasses as it can be quite bitter, ketchup, dry mustard, which was also difficult to find for some reason, and salt. So first thing we're going to do, now that we've soaked our beans, is boil them to get rid of some of that chemical that gives you gas when you eat beans. So we're going to strain them and add fresh water to them and boil them for about half an hour. And then we will continue making the rest of the recipe. I'll be back in a minute and we'll continue. Okay, our beans have been boiled for half an hour and then drained and rinsed, and they are now quite soft. So that will lessen the cooking time as well, which is these days is a good thing. It's going to save you on time, save you on energy. Now the one thing, when I said I bought pork belly, that you need to remember is pork belly generally comes with the skin on. A lot of people really like the skin, and it does cook down fairly soft, but just to be safe, I did remove the skin. Now let's get rid of that. So now what we're going to do is add half an onion. It's just half a regular onion. And just like, as always, you can use whatever you happen to have on hand. Then I have 2 of the slices of the pork belly, and they are fairly thick cut slices. And I've just cut them into 1 inch. About 1 inch pieces. So then we need to start adding ingredients for our sauce. We want a 1/4 cup of ketchup. A 1/4 cup of molasses, and as I said, this is what's called Fancy Molasses, not the blackstrap. This one, Fancy Molasses, is from the first pressing of the sugar cane. The blackstrap is from the third. So there's a lot more impurities in it, or at least a lot less of the good stuff. And we want a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, just a few drops. We're not going to put a lot in. 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard. Come on out. I'm going to stop there. Oops, just a little bit more. Okay. And a tiny pinch of salt. I should be doing about 2 pinches because we don't have the salt at pork. We need a little bit of brown sugar. So we can do like a 1/2 teaspoon. Just helps to flavor profile a little bit more depth. We're going to stir this together, then we need to add some boiling water. While we're waiting for the water to boil, we are going to pack this into our lovely little pot. and I'm hoping it will all fit. A lot of recipes tell you to top with a layer of bacon. Well, it's not something my mom ever did, so I'm not going to. But if you want, there is that option. And don't worry about the pork belly looking like it's long and stringy. That's the pork fat attaching everything together. It will melt down and disappear into the beans. Well, I might actually be able to get it all in here. I was afraid I had too much to fit my little pot. I was wondering what I would cook it in if it didn't all fit. Ooh, looks like maybe I do have a little too much. It's going to be close. So on second thought, I decided to sacrifice a few of the beans because the beans are going to expand. So now we need to add 3 cups of boiling water. And it's not going to fit. Well, 1 cup it is. We're just going to have to check and add more as needed. So, lid on, in the oven at 275 for 3 to 3.5 hours. And since we don't have that much liquid in there, check as it cooks to make sure it's not drying out too much. Okay, it's been in the oven for an hour now, so let's give it a quick check. Still plenty of water in there. Doesn't need any more. We're going to put it back in. Okay, I am smelling that it's definitely been boiling over. Ooh, it's looking good. So, and yeah, the liquid is evaporating or soaking into the beans. Let me add some more. Now, since we parboiled our beans to start with, they probably don't need as much water as they would if we hadn't done that. Let's come back here. So we're going to put the lid back on. I think I'm going to lower the temperature down to 325 because 275 was definitely too low. Okay, it has been, let's see, from 1:30 to 5 o'clock. So, 3.5 hours? Yes. Let me get a little taste. Oh, that's tasting lovely. The beans are so soft. It is ready to serve. Okay, so we have our beans, we have our Texas toast, and there is butter if you desire. I think I'll leave the butter off. And a lovely salad. Let me get some salad here. We do need our vegetables. A little salad dressing. No, I did not make my own salad dressing tonight, but... So let's give our beans a taste. They look lovely. Oh. Mm-hmm. A hint of the tomato. There's some sweetness. Kind of should taste the mustard. Maybe should have put some more mustard in, but you weren't supposed to taste that strongly anyway. Oh, the pork belly is lovely. Put that on some toast and Well, this is not like super saucy, but I've never known that beans should be super saucy. You buy them in a can and there's a lot of liquid. When you make them at home, there isn't. This is the best way to have beans. So good. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone that watches. Please like the video. If you watch a lot of my videos, or even a few, please consider subscribing. I know that most of the people that are watching aren't subscribed. I'd appreciate it if you did. I mean, it would help my channel a lot. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.